Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another episode of the In My View podcast. And as I said before, this is the World Cup. The World Cup is 3 days away. Yes, 3 days away. And of course, I looked at the favorites in the last episode. This episode, I'm going to talk about the contenders. The teams who we are expecting to do well. And if none of the favorites don't get the trophy, then one of these contenders will get it. And for me, the contenders are England, Spain, Germany, and of course, the Netherlands. Now, these teams consider themselves to be big footballing nations. These teams will be looking to try and upset the favorites to at least get to the semi-final of the World Cup. And we're going to examine the first team I'm going to examine, the English team, my team. Now, England, their chances of getting their hands on this World Cup trophy for it to come home depends on the form, the consistency of their backline. Can these defenders keep clean sheets in the big games? Because we know the quality of Harry Kane, we know the quality of Phil Foden, they can get you goals. But can this defense hold on to win a 1-0, to carry the game to penalties, even though England not so special at penalties, but can this defense get a clean sheet? And I don't think they will win the World Cup. I think that we will go far in the World Cup. I am thinking that at least the semi-finals, anything short of the semi-final should be a disappointment for all of the English persons, for all the English fans. This England team should be looking to go to at least the semi-final. We have one of the best, most talented youngsters in the world. We have probably 3 of them, I would say, talented youngsters in the world. Phil Foden, if you want to consider Phil Foden a youngster. Jude Bellingham is one of the highest rated central midfielders in going into the World Cup and should be one of those young players that persons are looking out for. And of course, the man at Arsenal, Saka. So we should be looking at least the semi-final, get to the semi-final, and then try to get over the hurdle and get to the finals. Anything apart from a semi-final is a disappointment for England, it's a disappointment to the English fans, and should put Gareth Southgate under a lot of pressure. Semi-finals is the least we expect from this English team, and that's where I'm thinking that they will go to the semi-final. And if they were supposed to face either France, Germany, Argentina, one of these teams, if you are to go out in the World Cup, you should be beaten by one of these teams. Okay? So if you avoid them until the finals, then that's good. You get to the finals without facing any of these teams. But if you face any of these teams, that's where if you are eliminated by any other team than why am I saying Germany? If England is eliminated by any other team apart from Brazil, France, or Argentina, it should be considered a disappointing World Cup for England. The next team that I will be taking a closer look at is the Germany team. Now the Germans, we know the Germans, efficiency is their tagline, efficiency is their how the Germans play football, very efficient. And of course, they have a very talented team going into this World Cup. And one of the most talented youngsters in world football, and that's Jamal Musiala. So he should be looking to make a stamp on this World Cup. Similarly, the Pedris of this world. Similarly, the Phil Foden of this world. Similarly, the Jude Bellingham of this world. Similarly, the Saka of this world. These youngsters should be looking to stamp their class at this World Cup. And I think Germany, again, the same thing for England, the same thing for Germany. If you are knocked out of this World Cup, it should be by either Brazil, France, or Argentina. Any other team knocks you out of the World Cup, if you're Germany, it's a disappointment. And that's how I see it. So if you're beaten by one of the favorites to win the World Cup, that's fine. If you're beaten in the round of 16 or beaten in the quarterfinals, it's not fine, but you can at least understand you being beaten by one of the teams that is expected to win the World Cup. If you lose, if you're Germany, if you're Spain, if you're Netherlands, if you're England, if you lose to a team that is not the favorite to win the World Cup, then it's considered, for me, a disappointing World Cup campaign. And that is what I have to say about all these contenders going into the World Cup. And of course, we talk about the dark horses going into the World Cup. Main one, persons have been talking about this team for probably 2 World Cup cycles now, and that's Belgium. Belgium should be going into this World Cup that if not the favorites or the contenders don't grab this World Cup, it should be yours for the taking. So I'm looking at Belgium as the number 1 dark horse team going into this World Cup. So Belgium is the number 1 dark horse team going to the World Cup for me. And of course, I've already listed the 3 favorites, and I'm going to list the contenders again: England, Germany, Spain, Netherlands. Okay? And let me rephrase. Netherlands, I'm going to push Netherlands down a bit and put them as a second dark horse in this World Cup. Yes, I'm going to put them as a second dark horse in this World Cup. Louis van Gaal will be looking to work his magic. You can't count out Louis van Gaal at the World Cup stage. We have seen him push them to our semi-finals. We have seen him push this team so far. But can he get the best out of the players? Van Dijk at the back. They should have a very strong defensive team with De Ligt, with Van Dijk, with Timber. They should have a very good defensive team. The midfield is proper as well, with Frankie de Jong in the middle of the park. And up top with Memphis Depay, they should be looking to get a few goals from Memphis Depay. I have him as going to be one of the players who may be in for a shout of getting the golden boot, considering that the group that they're in, he should be looking, I can at least score 4 goals in this group and probably get a next 2 in the knockout phases to get him to 6. And I believe that probably 6 goals get you the golden boot in this World Cup. So Netherlands for me is a dark horse team. They're a very dangerous team to play. So I don't think any team should be happy to face this Netherlands team. But at the end of the day, them and Belgium should be the 2 dark horse teams. And of course, the same goes for them. If you're looking to win the World Cup, they will have to beat one of the favorites and they will have to beat one of the contenders. That's it for the In My View podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you so much.